Hi.
Welcome, early birds. Yeah.
Mhm.
Everybody in the meeting before time gets bonus points.
That's right.
I'm normally the one who's logging in like the last minute or like a minute late, and therefore the host has to let me in.
We'll fix an extra bug for you. So.
Yes, especially that one that just magically disappeared.
Yeah.
That's the one I want you to choose to fix.
Okay.
Since I have absolutely no clue where it went. It's like, why are you not here?
Oh, that OverDrive record, or?
Yeah, the OverDrive record that is like, there's no rhyme or rhythm to it. I don't think we did it, which merged it. I don't know it exists.
Yeah.
So
Hi, welcome.
Hello.
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 Hi. Hi, Joe. Hi, Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Hello.
Hi.
Which Jeff is on? Jeff from.
Oh, that's Jeff Gaines from Arlington. Sorry.
Hey, Jeff from
Hi.
Arlington.
I need to, yeah, in this larger group, I should be more specific.
Yeah.
I need I need a namespace here.
Yeah. Jeff, have you completely blocked out everything you know about Sierra, or can we maybe ask you a question at some point?
I have forgotten a surprising amount, a pleasurable amount, but you can ask away.
Okay, we might hit you up later if we need to. So
Sure. I mean, and if not me, maybe Rebecca Case or Keisha or somebody else may remember it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think between the group of us, maybe we might be able to call and answer together.
Dark days. Yeah, it's about getting Sierra DNA set up. So all the fun stuff.
Well, that was pretty straightforward for us.
It should be.
Yeah, and we used it a great deal. But yeah, we can talk after this.
Okay, yeah, we may not need it, but maybe next week if we're still having problems, we'll hit you up. So
sure, I'll be around.
Okay.
How is everyone this fine day?
Excellent. It's
pretty good.
A balmy 40 degrees out.
Yes, we've started to get that cooler weather that you promised us. It's starting to make its way here into Virginia. So
you're welcome.
Yes, thanks.
It's a gloomy Thursday, Monday here.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but holidays in the middle of the week always throw me off.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Anybody?
Yeah.
Yep. I can hear you, Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Like it wasn't connected, or didn't tell me for sure I was connected. So.
Yeah.
Maybe give 1 or 2 more minutes. There's still a few people coming in, it looks like. Thanks for joining us, everyone, today for our first Aspen Gathering.
Huh. Who would have known a couple of years ago?
A couple years ago, nobody.
Huh? Maybe 3 people.
Yeah. It's not been quite 2 years.
Well,
All right. Well, we have about 22 people here today to join us for our first Aspen Gathering. So welcome everyone and thanks for joining us.
yay!
Yay.
Yay.
My name is Jessie, and we wanted a way for all of the members of the Aspen community to kind of come together and talk about how your libraries are leveraging Aspen, you know, what's coming up in the next release, questions that you may have, and really a way to share ideas with other people in other libraries. And so this is our first meeting where, you know, we'll kind of go through and talk about how we'll have future meetings, maybe pick a time that works for most of us. We'll of course always record these, so we'll make them available on demand if, you know, we can't make it. And we can't wait to see where this goes. So I thought for this first meeting, we would kind of just start with a round of introductions. So I'll start. My name is Jessie Z, and I'm the Marketing and Outreach Coordinator at Bywater Solutions. I work with the Aspen team in many directions, and I love it. Was so excited when Mark came to join the team, and here we are today. So I'll go to my left, which is Mark.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mark, Mark Noble, developer, Aspen team lead. I think I've worked with just about everybody here. So good to see all the faces of everybody. So excited to be doing this and getting everybody together. And
Hello, greetings. This is Juan Lee and Andy Heron at the Wasatch County Library in Utah.
Hey, guys.
I'll go ahead and steal the mic. I am Addie. I'm on the Aspen team. If y'all have implemented since this summer, then you've worked with me, and you will start to hear my voice a lot more as we start documenting things going forward. So I'm glad to see, I feel like all my little babies are in one place. I'm glad to see y'all here.
I'm Sam with Uena County Library in Vernal, Utah. Part of the same group as Andy and Juan, and first one's in on Aspen Discovery.
I'm Emily Fowler. I'm one of the Aspen Discovery educators as well. I just started recently, so some of you I recognize, some of you I don't. I'm excited to see you guys from Uinta. I've seen your website a lot.
I'm Wendy Sharkey. I'm from Bennington Free Library in Vermont.
I feel like we should have a map with little pins appearing as people announce where they're from.
I'm Stephen Schluett, the IT and System Support Manager for SWAN. We're very new to Aspen. We're just working on a pilot right now, so we're not even live yet.
Yeah, I'm Scott Brandwine, also from SWAN, and we're in the Chicago area. I don't know if you said that. Did you say that? Well, we are. Sorry.
Sorry. Apologies, I stubbed my toe. My name's Rebecca Court. I work for Arlington Public Library on the IT team. Since I made the interruption, I figured I should just take it from there. Sorry about that. My apologies.
I'm Jonathan Newton. I also work in Arlington. That's Arlington, Virginia, for anyone who's confused. Sometimes we get people from Arlington, Texas coming to our site.
I'm Jeff Gaines. I'm also from Arlington County. Just a little bit of background for us. I know we started out with Mark when he was with Marmot, and we were on Pica. And we were on, at the time we were running Sierra, and now we've migrated over to using Aspen and Koha. So we came up live on Koha in June. So we're pretty new to Koha, but we're pretty used to Pica/Aspen for, we've got, I think it was 2015, was that Mark, we moved over?
I think so, because I think we said it was like 5 years to the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Or close to the day that you moved to
So
Aspen.
we've been big fans of Pica and what Mark has been able to do and bend it to his will.
Hi, I'm James from Nashville. I prefer it to bend it to my will. And we've been, I always thought that Arlington beat us, but it sounds like we beat you by a year. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Bob Benhoff from, I manage Aspen Cat in Colorado. We may have been on maybe even longest with Pica. Is that right, Mark?
I don't remember if you were.
It'd be close.
It was really close. Like,
yeah.
I think the same year. So I'd have to see if I had anything that had notes for like months. So.
So
sorry.
I was just trying to get in after James because we work together. So Brian, I'm also from Nashville, and we will go live with Aspen when this meeting is over. So
I think you're already live.
If I'm testing, if I'm not paying attention, that's what I'm doing.
I'm Lauren. I work with Bob and Joe at Click for Aspen Cat. And I get to do a lot of discovery layer stuff for 117 libraries, something like that. So, yay. I'm Joe Hunter, the Joe Lauren mentioned, also with Click. Also around when it was Pica.
Yeah.
My name's
I'm
Margaret.
Rod.
I'm a support lead with Bywater Solutions, and we're here with my colleague Julie, who is
right here. I'm Bywater support team up this way.
Mm-hmm.
My video won't turn on yet for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Roger Hiles, Arcadia, California Library. We've been with Aspen for about 5 months now, 6 maybe.
Coast to coast. All right.
Yeah, we've got somebody in every time zone now. So.
I think I might be the last one. I'm Cal Marquise. I work with Bywater Solutions also. So excited about Aspen to meet everyone.
I think I might be the last of the last.
Okay.
My name is my name is Keisha. I'm at Arlington in Virginia Public Library. I am part of the cataloging team. I'm representing for us this late in the afternoon.
Hello, I'm Kristen Martinez. I'm from Santa Fe Public Library, and we have not gone live yet, but I'm excited.
So what about Michael? I don't know if I heard Michael from CKLS. Maybe I missed.
Oh, sorry.
Say hi,
I was
Michael.
spacing out. I'm Michael from the Central Kansas Library System, and we went live on Aspen. I think it was in April of this year.
Okay.
I think Dawn, Christopher.
We didn't hear from our Canadian in the room.
I know.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I was waiting. I snuck in late, so I was trying to be inconspicuous.
Yeah.
I'm Christopher. I'm from Ajax Library in about 45 minutes, I guess, east of Toronto. And we are somewhat semi-live on Aspen now. And it's going really well.
Dawn, do you want to introduce yourself? Or I think that's it.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dawn Tortorella from Swan, and I'll start my video. Jumped in late because we were on another meeting with our Discovery and User Experience group, which is doing a lot of research and kicking the tires on Aspen, and really excited to be working on a pilot. And so we're happy to jump in and join you guys. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, well, thanks everyone for joining us today. So the first thing we have on the agenda is to talk about future meetings and kind of what we want that format to be and how often we want to meet, what we want to talk about. So we thought we'd start with talking about the future of how we meet. Right now, we scheduled it for a Friday afternoon for most of us and the second Thursday of the month, but we want to hear from you. If this date and time works, we can stick with it, or if you'd like to move to a different time and date, we'd be open to that as well.
Jesse, do we have a polling option we could throw out in the Zoom?
Sure, we sure could. I'll see if I can get one going while we kind of talk about things. The other thing we thought about talking, and we had a few of you talk in Slack over the past couple weeks, was the opportunity for different members to present at our monthly meetings. It's come up for Sam to maybe talk about archives. Arlington, we'd love to hear about your app, and a few others in the community, just how you're using Aspen and how it's been benefiting not only your libraries, but your patrons. I know Christopher Zorn is always excited to talk to us about the statistics. So we want to hear from, we want to hear from you and hear what you're thinking about and what you could share with us. Of course, we're open to other ideas too.
Yeah, I'm happy to share some stuff what we're doing with archives, and we just made Addie stare at a whole bunch of data to bring in some genealogy information. It's kind of fun.
It was fun.
Always fun to resurrect some of that stuff that we did years and years ago and see people use it. So genealogy is one of those functions that almost nobody uses. So.
I'm almost nobody, so nice to meet you, everyone. Yeah, I'm happy to share that whenever's clever. Love to see the app and some of the things you guys are working on.
I don't know how widely it's used. We also here at Arlington are using Aspen for our materials suggestion. And that's been working really well for us. I know Koha has something built in for that, but when we migrated to Koha, I think our selections people, they looked at it and they said, no, we're really pretty happy with the Aspen when I want to keep using that. So.
So what kind of different ILSs are people running under the hood right now? There's a lot of Koha, I know, but what else?
Swan is a Circe Symphony. I think we're one of the few that are doing that integration.
We're working on a Sierra implementation right now. And Brian from Nashville just said that they are on Carlex. Got a few.
Just need some Horizon and Polaris libraries. So talk to your friends that are on Horizon and Polaris and we'll bring them all in. Evergreen, so we'll get them all. Oh, Millennium. So it will actually work pretty well with Millennium. So, but it's a different beast. So.
All right. We have a few things that we want to show you that are coming in the upcoming release. Talking a little bit about what's in the 2015 release. So the big one is the website builder. And I think we're going to do just a little quick demo for you so you can see what's happening there.
Yeah, let me slide. I guess who wants to demo it? So everybody's been demoing it lately. Yeah. So yeah, this is stuff that we've been working on with Sam. And Sam, do you want to introduce the project and what we're trying to do with it?
Basically we're looking to have some almost like libguides type functionality, something where we can get some basic web pages out within Aspen. I don't know that our goal is to replace every website per se. We still have a couple that we run on the side for teen services and things. But this is kind of where we're at. We're really excited about it. The look feel we're still working on a bit, but the base functionality is there. And there's the setup, Mark.
Yeah. So there's a lot of cool things that we're doing as part of this. And as Sam says, like this will all be in 20.15, which will come out early next week to everybody. So like the people who were mentioning that they're going live now. So Nashville and Ajax, and we don't have anybody from Benbrook on today, I don't think, do we? Are all on 20.15 already, and we'll deploy to everybody else either next Tuesday or Wednesday morning. But this functionality is all into this release, and we're excited to see kind of where people take it, and feel free to ask for upgrades and enhancements and that kind of thing. So we have the ability to create pages. So we can have a combination of information here. We can have images. We've got different carousels. This is also a new style of collection spotlight. So there's a new horizontal carousel in addition to the horizontal collection spotlight. And it just uses JCarousel, so it makes sure to fill up the screen. You can use videos, just plain text. We can put additional things. We have the ability to create forms within Aspen now. So they've got a feedback form here that you can fill out. Submitting that, you can either have that emailed to people, or you can have it, or you can see all of the responses within the website itself, within Aspen itself. We've got the ability to, so another example that I like, their code.
Could I ask a question about the
Yeah.
form? Can the form replace your existing form, or it's outside of the forms that you've created?
Replace which existing form?
Well, I don't know, if we didn't like your suggestion form, or
Yeah, that's just something we created. We just kind of picked what we wanted. Like using SurveyMonkey or Google Forms. It's a built-in form, so you can have it do just about whatever you want it to.
Yeah, so like so like suggest a purchase, if you wanted to do that, you certainly could. It just wouldn't have any of the workflows around it. So it wouldn't go into Koha. It wouldn't, like, there wouldn't be any tracking or of status or anything. But yeah, those can be embedded within pages. So we can have that embedded directly in there. Then we've got FAQs and all that kind of thing. You can add different resources. So we've got a bunch of resources. So some featured resources. We featured Ancestry Learning Express, Mango, the museum. Those can also be categorized. So if we wanted to see everything within, let's look at the local history. There's the museum, community government services. So there's a bunch of different services that are available. Because this is all inside Aspen, we can do as we do searches. So if we search for like Uinta County, then we'll get within the Explore More, like there's the Uinta County website. We can click into that and go over to that resource. So it's designed to all be integrated in, kind of have one search for all of your materials and all of your resources. And then you can add them to whatever pages, or you can create different URLs for them. So like Code Club, we've just got a /Code Club. Super easy to edit. So when we go into the editor, you can just kind of pick and choose what information you want. If we wanted to, we can move that so we could have the image on the left instead of the right. We can click into things and change what form that we wanted to have displayed. So we can just select and say, we want a video, we want a form, what form do we want? So we could have, if this wasn't a Code Club page, we could switch it out and switch to feedback on RB Digital. We could have an RB Digital page, that kind of thing. Won't change their site. Put this back the way we found it. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what people come up with to do this. Who all or do with it, I guess.
Mark, I have a question.
Yeah.
What about analytics? Is this compatible with either Google Analytics, or do you have some sort of statistical reporting capabilities?
Yeah, it's definitely compatible with Google Analytics. So if you want to turn Google Analytics on, we can. It will also have, we don't have it built out yet, but it'll have the same kind of dashboards that everything else has. So we can see like our OverDrive dashboard, how many people are using it, what pages are viewed, that kind of thing. And this is just test site, so there's not a ton of usage on it. But, so we'll keep building that out. That's a good segue. One of the things I'd like to work on between now and the end of the year is improving some of the analytics within Aspen. So right now, all of these, like the OverDrive dashboard, if you have a consortial setup, the stats are gathered for the entire consortia, and I'd like to break that out before the beginning of the year. So this is a call for, if anybody has statistical things that they want to see tracked or that would be really useful to you, put in tickets between now and the end of the year so that we can make sure to take a look at them, and we'll work on building that out. But does that answer your question, Juan?
Yeah, thank you.
Sure. Yeah. Any thoughts on the website functionality?
Looks great. Sign us up.
Yeah, it is available for the low cost of nothing. So as soon as you have Aspen installed, you get this functionality. So
woohoo! We like that.
Charging the low price of $0 for it. So
as I said, that's our price range.
Yeah. So we're excited to see what people do with it for sure.
Yeah, I'm really hopeful that some of the larger consortiums that have very small partners, school libraries, bookmobiles, can make use of this, and in those cases, it likely can serve as their website without, other needs for websites. One of the things that we didn't quite get to, but is on the to-do list, is just some like common layout theme pages. So it's using Markdown and some different blocks and things right now, but to just have I'm building a features page. Okay, it's probably going to have these elements. But we focused, Mark, we really sponsored a lot of the back end development, the plumbing, so that a lot of that other stuff can now happen. We're really excited about it. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
And thanks, Bywater.
And thanks, Sam. This has been really a fun project to work on, and really cool to see it evolving.
Yeah, I just want to say again that this answers so many needs that we've had, that it's just wonderful to find it like this in our price range.
Yeah.
In a difficult budget year, to find it in our price range is great.
Yep. And all of it certainly can be customized or styled with CSS and that kind of thing. The themes apply to it. Everything should be accessible. Everything should be, well, everything is responsive. So yeah, I'm excited to see what everybody does with it.
So as you're building a web page, would you build it in the test server and then move it to production, or how would a library do that?
There's a couple of different ways. So one of the things that we're working on is, so like there's a lot of like next little steps. So being able to have pages be unpublished, and then one of the permissions that exists now is being able to view unpublished pages. So basically you could create it in the production system, but not give access to anybody unless they know the URL and have the right permission. So that's one way of doing it. You can also, so these are assigned to specific libraries. So down at the very bottom, or some of these are, we can set which pages. So like the different basic pages, we can connect to different libraries. So you can say only show this for these libraries and only include it for search results for specific libraries. So you can each have your own donation pages, your own about the library kind of pages within a consortium. So you could definitely create that for your, basically what Click has done is they've got a test library within the consortium so that they can test new things out. So it's kind of a nice trick for especially consortia that are bigger, just create kind of a test branch that you can play with. So you could set it up for the test branch.
Brian said feature request dark theme. We are working on that if you didn't leave yet.
Yeah, and I was, this is Juan again, and I was gonna suggest if this is a solution for some of the mid-sized, smaller libraries that don't have in-house capabilities of supporting that website maintenance, if you can develop themes, for example, and if it's you have a autumn or fall theme or a Halloween theme and a Christmas theme, holiday theme, then it becomes very easy for the librarian, that part-time librarian in the middle of nowhere, to present a fresh interface to the users. And now all of a sudden, this little library in the middle of nowhere is meeting those expectations of everybody else of having just a fresh experience online. So themes, it's a great idea.
Yeah. Definitely good idea.
We're definitely so excited to see people take advantage of this, add themes, add features and abilities. You know, I think the target audience really is those librarians that want to be librarians and not be data heads so much, or can't be. I would love to be a data head, but I just don't have that in my schedule. And that's what we're going for. But with all community projects, you know, this friendly neighbor is only one voice.
Yeah. All right. Did we want to show the advanced search changes as well?
Yeah.
Who wants to show that? Am I showing that again? Or
can go ahead and share my screen if hopefully my internet stays with me. All right. So we are in this next release. Oh no, Zoom is not cooperating with me today. Can y'all see my screen?
It's coming. Yeah.
I see people talking right now and saying that Slack is very slow. I mean,
Okay.
Zoom is very slow in Slack.
Yeah.
I saw somebody else just say that.
So we will be moving our advanced search into our drop down. You will no longer see the big advanced search box over here. It's going to be in this middle drop down now, because we were getting a lot of feedback from our partners that patrons were accidentally getting into the advanced search, and it can be a little confusing if that's not where you mean to be. So now you would click into the advanced search here, and then you could navigate into that by pressing go once you've clicked in, and then you get your traditional advanced search that y'all are used to. Does everyone think that this would be useful for you and your patrons? I feel like a lot of times it's just us using the advanced search and they don't use it at all.
I also don't use the advanced search.
Our librarians love the advanced search, and they've not complained that people are finding it accidentally, but hey, we'll roll with anything.
I myself have hit the wrong button multiple times, and just clearing up that little bit of real estate, especially mobile views, I think will be helpful.
Yeah, I agree with the mobile view. I think that that's going to be nice and clean look.
And that was something that we did ask people about in the Slack channel. So plug for the Slack channel. I'll definitely be asking people about developments as we're doing them. So trying to get feedback before we just roll something out to everybody.
So make sure you're on Slack, or else we might make a decision for you.
And how can people get on Slack, Addie?
Well, we've sent out an invite through through our listserv. Is there anyone that hasn't seen an invite like that they would like to be added? I'm not sure of any way to add anyone without sending an invite, unless I'm wrong and Jay-Z knows something.
Yep, we can send invites to anyone.
Just holla if you want us to invite you. You haven't been invited yet. You can add it in the group chat here.
It's the best club in town.
There's all different channels you can chat in. You can send us messages, whatever you want.
Actually, I will just put in a invite link in the chat here right now. So if y'all want to come chat with us, or just creep. I respect if you just want to creep on the conversation.
I have an etiquette question.
Sure.
So on the Slack, generally, should we be using the Aspen channel or the general channel?
I don't know. That's a good question for the group.
Can you delete one of them?
Probably.
I
I don't know. Yeah.
Seems like everybody's using the general channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aspen has just basically been everybody saying hi.
It's possible to archive channels, and admins can probably do that just to clean up the list. But are there any channels people would like to see added to get really into nitty-gritty specifics about certain modules?
We currently have a developers, documentation, general, and random channel, along with the Aspen channel that is just hellos.
I'm tempted to say a help channel, but I don't know if that would actually work out for the best.
SOS.
So if you do an @ here, that will alert everyone on the channel. And that's a quick way to get an alert to all of us or anyone on the channel.
Anyone who is already logged into Zoom,
Yeah.
you can always @ channel if you want to be annoying and get everybody's attention.
Yeah.
Which I've done once, and it gives me really scary messages when I do. It says you are preparing to spam everybody. So I think the last enhancement we were going to talk about was Access 360 being available. And I don't think Swan is using Access 360. I don't know that anybody else is or has plans to. But if you do have plans to use it, it has the same kind of same tight integration that OverDrive and RB Digital, the product formerly known as RB Digital, and Hoopla and Cloud Library all have. So are there any other new like e-content sources that we need to be on the lookout for that might have APIs?
No, Canopy was getting close. I don't know if they got theirs done yet or not.
I'd like to take that question and then turn it around into a different question. I've always wanted to put as much of our readers' lives in one place as possible, and so integrations with other services is like, for me, one of the holy grails. And then specifically integration with interlibrary loan services is a holy grail in bringing like the world of the bibliographic universe into one place. So I was just wondering, out of the folks gathered here, show of hands, how many of you how many of you use Iliad? Seeing no hand. Oh, one hand? Or is that is that a hand mask? Okay, so no Iliad. What about Tapasa? All right, that answers my question. Thank you very much.
But also, how many people have some form of ILL that they would like to see better integrated? Oh, everybody's put in a ticket on it. So like there's at least a few. So yeah, I think ILL is something we need to tackle better soon. Also, so curbside pickup, how many people are doing curbside pickup there's the Koha module that we want to see integrated. Tara, are you using, what do you have for curbside? Is it something built in-house or?
Oh, we have the unique curbside communicator. Some of our libraries use that. Cersei Dynamics just came out with a curbside management thing through their Blue Cloud mobile app, but we aren't using it yet. I'm not sure exactly how many of our libraries are interested, but we're dragging our feet because there's other projects on the horizon.
Yes.
We're also interested in kind of reservation systems, primarily for like book club kits that are shared throughout the consortium, resources, that have a time limit.
Would those be managed in Symphony as well, or managed outside?
Not well in Symphony.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like
Perhaps that's the problem.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
the need for like kits and equipment rentals too. That might just be like 2 hours. That's been another kind of similar need. There's some tools like LibCal, or not LibCal, but one of the SpringShare, part of the SpringShare suite will do that kind of thing. But
again, it'd be nice to have it integrated in the catalog.
Yeah, I know some of the other things we've talked about integrating soon are EBSCO host and then doing like events and like room reservations. So maybe that would fall under like, it's not a room, but a reservation of a kit or a something like that. So.
I kind of wanted to go back to the interlibrary loan. You guys may have talked about this already, but Click is, I know that Colorado has that, it's got that huge Prospector. Thank you. Oh man, Margaret, you're always on top of it. Prospector, is Prospector being integrated with Aspen?
We have some integration with it that we've had for a number of years in terms of being able to like click through, get some search results, depending on how it integrates into Koha, be able to see at least what you have checked out and that kind of thing. So yeah, building on some of that going forward to make it better.
Well, I know that that's like one of the most awesome things about libraries in Colorado.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool resource sharing.
Yeah, it'll be really good to see how that once, because Aspen Cat libraries will be going onto Prospector at some point. So yeah.
Yeah, what else do people want to talk about? We
Yeah.
can talk documentation, we can talk. So next time, Sam, do you want to talk about, or who wants to talk next time about something?
I can take a few minutes and show off some of the archives and genealogy stuff that we've been working on, and maybe lay out our potential roadmap if when we can shake the money tree again.
If you're trying to come up with ideas now, why don't we, I don't know, add a hashtag or something to the channel, and you can throw up some ideas you'd like to see at an Aspen Gathering, or like hashtag an Aspen Gathering in Slack, and we can work on kind of collating those ideas. So there's plenty of stuff to talk about every month. I know on listserv for book club, I'm on, we just throw in ideas in there, and then the group kind of chooses what book to read the next month. Sort of similar deal.
I'd love to see what kind of cool placards y'all have, or what browse categories your patrons are loving.
Yeah, another feature of
We're working
2015.
on some.
Oh, sorry.
So we're working on some placards. We've got our in-house designers designed a couple, and I've done a couple test ones. We haven't really made them public yet, but by the next meeting, we should have some that we can show off to people. They're using a lot of CSS to do a really customized look to them. And so, yeah, next time we should have those ready. So I can present on those, or at least show you keyword searches that you can look and find them.
I'm curious on just overall, what kind of success are people having with placards?
I don't know. We have we had a library ask for, because we have Cloud Library, ebooks and e-audiobooks integrated into Aspen. And so we had a library ask for a placard with I had made a graphic with our instructions on how to sign into Cloud Library and download and stuff. And so now every time they do a search for ebooks or Cloud Library or anything like that, that should show up. But it's tough to say how many patrons have actually like looked at that and gotten something from it. So
Is that something you could add to the statistics? Number of times a placard is clicked on?
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it is currently available, but yeah, we could definitely do that. Number of times shown, number of times clicked.
I know that Christopher, who is in here, who left, who's in Ajax, he's got like a lot of placards. I know that he's been working really hard on that.
If there was some way that we could establish like a placard library where we could not have to each one of us figure out all the same keywords to put the different things under and just pull those in, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Cool. Yeah.
And just, you know, customize our URLs and whatnot.
Back when Aspen Discovery was PICA, there was some talk of creating a similar thing for browse categories, so that if somebody created Pulitzer Prize winners, Hugo list, whatever, rather than have to recreate that same list, which is really not that easy, we could just share.
Yeah.
Especially with the grouped work IDs ending up being the same or generally being the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of creating a central server where we can share some more stuff and then bring it down, customize it, or keep it as is. So.
One goofy little browse category that I got proud of, and was one of those like 30-second, oh, I could do this things. I don't know if anybody else, show of hands again, how many of y'all are Hoopla libraries? Anyone? Oh, good. Well, so they've got their bonus borrows thing, which in one way is like, first time is free, every time you bring a friend is free, but in another way, it's still free stuff, right? So you can do a Hoopla, do a search for bonus borrows and set up a browse category like that, and it's all of those free things.
I'm going to set that up on my training site. Nice.
Yeah, if you could like share a screenshot or the URL for that, that'd be awesome.
Give me, so we go live in about an hour and 11 minutes, I think. And so from there, the first browse category is available and online in service of us in this time. And so it's like in the middle of those browse categories.
All right, sounds good. I'll check it out.
Has anyone else done a lot with CSS? Nodding, a little shaking.
I did a little bit, and then Mark just made it part of the course CSS, which is definitely the better way to go.
I think Salina's done quite a bit with CSS, but I don't think there's anybody from Salina on today. So the other thing, so one more new feature for 2015 is the ability to add JavaScript snippets, which will be cool to see what people do with it. And also, like, if you're doing stuff that really should belong in the core Aspen, like, let us know, and we're happy to add a configuration option. So I like to say, if all you're doing with it is turning off a field on a form, then let's put a switch on that someplace. But I'm curious to see what people do. Lots of people are using them to do chat widgets and that kind of thing. So it'll be neat to see what people do with that.
And that's definitely a feature I'm looking forward to, because we have a banner message that we put on some of our other website properties. We have a couple different sites, but they're all fed from a WordPress site using the WordPress API. So being able to inject that into Aspen will be really cool. So once I get that working, I can present on that one.
Cool.
All right, we're coming up almost to an hour. And I just wanted to talk about some of the things we covered. We'll share the recording with everyone. So if you have team members or staff members that couldn't make it, they can watch. We have a list of the notes that we've taken during the meeting and the agenda for our next meeting and some of our action items. We will send out a poll to see if everyone is okay with the Thursday time or we should set up a new one. So we'll send up a poll after that. And we'd like to thank Sam for volunteering for the next meeting to do a little drive through of archives and genealogy, and anyone who wants to do a show and tell of placards. So maybe we'll leave a couple minutes here at the end just for open time if you want to share any last thoughts about our Aspen Gathering or what you hope to get out. James, I see you waving that hand.
So the question on the top of my hand, and I especially want to hear from I want to hear from everybody, but I'm really curious about Arlington because, you know, I've seen them do great things over many, many years and have also been watching them during the pandemic, and just, I like their library. What is the biggest enhancement that you want out of Aspen in the next couple of years? And let me give you my example. You know, so what I would really like to do is have a, I don't have a catchy word for it. It is an idea that is, I have a difficult time compressing and expressing. So I've settled on something like ambient transaction history, or AF, I don't know. So that when I see search results, I see my personal relationship to the titles in those search results. Do I already have it on hold? Did I check it out some time ago? You know, is it you know, predicted to be highly rated for me? And so to have that, you know, just pop up in some kind of, you know, fancy ambient way for me to just be able to see that quickly.
As long as those come with toggle switches.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think we'd all like to hear about any apps that people are working on. If Arlington is working on one and could share it, would be great.
Yeah, we have one that's in production, and we did open source the code a while back. So I could definitely in the future devote some time to taking a look at that.
I think that there's not anything really too urgent for us, but one of the things that's been intriguing to me is kind of two things we've referenced earlier. One is the material suggestion form that's in Aspen. I think we talked about expanding on that or basing it on that to key into interlibrary loan stuff in a similar way. And that, like I said, it's not an urgent thing, but it was talked about a few months ago, and it's been in the back of my mind. It's like, yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. And that might be work really well for us and maybe other people.
Hey, it's Rebecca from Arlington Cataloging. I think our wish list is a little different maybe from everybody else's at Arlington too, but we're really interested in having authorities display in Aspen. That's been on our massive wish list for a while. And we're super interested in something like Did You Mean? You know, when someone searches for something and they're not coming up with it. And those are big asks, so we're totally aware of that, but that's on our major wish list.
I would say for us, we've been involved in kind of looking at Simply E for a while, and it just still doesn't meet our needs because it doesn't include Hoopla titles and quite a few Hoopla libraries. But I like in my mind, I just want this magical combination of Simply E and Aspen that just has like all the crap, and we're not sending off people to the terrible Access 360 app. That's horrible. And maybe this is just because I'm coming out of our Discovery user group meeting, and it's just like, no matter, there's only like so many problems Aspen can solve, but if we didn't have to send people out to those app interfaces, that would be the most magical thing that ever happened to me. And I think a lot of our libraries, especially, you know, we've seen such a huge surge in e-use in the past year. So that's my dream.
I've been trying to shake loose funding from the Utah State Library Division for that very thing for the last year or two. Someday, soon.
Okay, I'm going to take those couple moments of silence as everyone has shared some really good enhancements that they'd like to see. We want to thank everyone for joining us for the first Aspen Gathering. Thank you so much. We had a larger turnout than we anticipated, so thank you so much for joining us. We're happy that we could start one of these monthly meetings because it's a great way for us to share what's going on and for y'all to exchange ideas. So we'll share again the recording, the notes, get that poll out to see what we want our next one from, and Sam and a few others who volunteered to talk at our next meeting will set up an agenda and share that with you as well. So have a wonderful week, everyone, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Thanks for joining us.
Hey guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.